Okay, so today, well, you know, Steam sales started recently, and that means that, you know, aside from everyone sharing the Tonight's the Night YouTube video again and again and again, it is, sorry, I'm getting lost in the game a little bit here. You know, it's that time of the year when I waste about, you know, $30 buying $5 indie games and just sort of, you know, comb through them with trial and error, trying to figure out what's actually good and what isn't. So what you're seeing here is called Hammerwatch. It's not really a roguelike. I guess it kind of wants to look like a roguelike, but it's actually 100% scripted. You know, it's just it's just one dungeon layout every time you play. It's honestly, it's more like Gauntlet than anything else. It's you know, you got like 6 classes. There's like a ranger, a wizard, warlock, paladin, thief, and I don't know, did I say priest already? I can't remember. But so this is about, I want to say about 2 hours into the game or so. It starts off kind of really boring. It's just a lot of like fighting slugs and what else? Slugs and bats in the beginning, and nothing else. So this is at least where gameplay starts to get exciting. It's really fun, and I've also got some issues with it. It's definitely not the greatest game in the world. It can be very repetitive because it's just a lot of killing monsters over and over again. It's got RPG elements in that you gather cash money from looting or from adventuring here, and you use that to then buy upgrades for your character from vendors, and then you get better. The only problem with that is that it's very choppy in terms of you know, what you actually get and how often you get it. Like there's times when they'll give you just like, you know, like no vendors for a really long time. You'll save a crap ton of cash and then, you know, like buy a bunch of upgrades. And then there's other times when they'll throw like 8 vendors at you at once, and you know, so you get everything pretty quick, and then you don't have any cash to spend on anything, so you, you know, you hate it. Oh, this is where I was. Alright, that's great. Oh yeah, that's where I started. But essentially, the gameplay breaks down to, you've got like your main attack, which obviously is different from character to character. I'm playing a ranger here, so that's kind of, it's supposed to be the easiest class to play, you know, for beginners. I've got, you can see I've got like bombs there, and then I've got my arrows, and I don't have my other skills yet, but I'll be working on that soon. There's lots of traps you can face, lots of different enemies, although again it gets really repetitive because you really just, it ends up to, you know, you fighting the same like 3 or 4 enemies over and over again. Most enemies have like 3 different like levels. There's like the really weak, wimpy ones that, you know, are easy to kill. Then there's like harder ones, and then there's like the hardest ones. And sometimes there's like, you know, like mini boss type monsters that might like buff their surrounding friends. But aside from that, not too much. Oh, here's, for example, these banners right here that I'm fighting would give other nearby enemies bonuses, stat bonuses, but that's why I finished them off last. And the dungeon obviously is broken up into levels. Every 2 levels you every few levels you have to fight like a major boss. I've only fought one so far. Save points, and it does use lives, which I find actually really interesting. If you see up in the top right there, the little onk there is the number of lives that I have, and you can collect onks to get more lives. It's really, it plays a lot like Gauntlet, basically, in that you're just fighting, you know, huge hordes of enemies. They tend to have respawners that will create more of them. But it does have, you know, the RPG elements. I do wish that there was, like, you know, like experience points or something like that, because it makes fighting enemies sometimes really tedious, and you don't really get that much out of it, because they don't specifically give you rewards for killing enemies other than, like, the occasional cash prize. And you get so much cash from, like, just, you know, lying around on the ground in the game that it doesn't really feel worth it to fight monsters for it. But there are, like, secrets that you can find, like breakable walls, illusionary walls that you can break through to find new, you know, areas. The levels are actually, I do like the fact that the levels are actually very interpenetrating, in that, for example, like, you'll see areas in the first level that you're like, oh, I can't get to that, I don't know how to get to that. And then, you know, like, later on like level 3 or, you know, like 2 or 3, you'll find staircases that take you back to level 1 and, you know, give you access to areas you wouldn't have, you know, you couldn't get to otherwise. So that's interesting. I do like the level design. There are actually 2 campaigns now, and you can play multiplayer or single player. I will say that I tried to play multiplayer with my roommate, and it did not work out. For some reason, it would not let us. It just wouldn't work, and that kind of pissed me off a little bit. But and of course, it's kind of hard to find people who are willing to play with you if you know, if you don't have some friends to play with. Enemies start off very easy to fight, actually, for the most part. All the melee enemies actually, like, do like a little bit of a pause before they attack you, which A, gives you time to get out of the way, but B, is, like, absolutely essential if you're playing a melee character, because otherwise, you know, like, you would just die all the time. But as a ranged character, I mean, obviously I did play the easier character, but as a ranged character, it sometimes makes fighting hordes of melee enemies kind of trivial, as long as you're good at strafing. Aside from that, I mean, there's really not much to it. It's fun. I imagine there'd be some replay value in that. I enjoy playing each of the different classes. I already made a wizard. The wizard's pretty fun too. But aside from that, you know, we'll see. Got middling reviews, so there's that. What's up, brah? Yeah, just streaming right now. But yeah, the upgrades can be really fun. You start off, you know, basically with just an attack and a skill, and then you can get more skills, and you get upgrades for your attacks. You get combo abilities, so like if you kill enough enemies in a row, you start, you know, getting power-ups and all that kinds of crap. But, you know, aside from that, again, I wish there was some other kind of progression system involved other than simply cash for abilities, because, as is, it's a little bit boring. It's one of those games that could probably benefit from a little bit better, you know, like, make the upgrades come a little bit faster, you know. Don't make us wait 20 minutes to upgrade our character. Give us skill points, give us, you know, items to upgrade us, whatever. And there are occasionally item drops that will, you know, upgrade your character. Like if you kill a mini boss, oftentimes they'll drop, you know, they'll drop an item that'll give you like an attack upgrade or a defense upgrade. But it's not very frequently, and There's something else I was gonna say and I forgot it. Oh yeah, backtracking can be a bitch. Oftentimes you're looking through all this crap and you're trying to find the way through, and you know, you just realize that you have no clue, and you have to backtrack like hell of a long distance to get to where you're supposed to be going. The difficulty is sometimes really bizarre. Like I said, there's different kinds of enemies, and so like, you know, or like these skeletons, for example, there's like, these are kind of the mid-level skeletons that take a few hits, and then over here on the left we've got like the easy skeletons, and then, you know, like for example those guys that drop banners sometimes are like the harder skeletons. And since you're getting a mix of everything all at once, it can be really weird because the easy ones can, you know, like blink away at you for like 1 damage at a time. And then the hard ones can hit you for like, you know, 20 to 30. So it's like you can, you know, the difficulty is just a little bit weirdly balanced, I think. Oh, here's a mini boss. Simply because, you know, like there's not like it's not a gradual change. It's just like massive jumps from one to the other. Here we go. So I get a defense upgrade there. Oops. Yeah, like see, like they're hitting me with like 1 damage arrows that I could like just eat forever. And then meanwhile, if that mini boss hit me, you know, probably like 2 hits before I'm dead. So there's not really, so it's really choppy, you know, it's crunchy. It's not like a very smooth difficulty system. And I think I understand that. It's because they made the upgrade system very crunchy too, so like it's hard to oh, what is this? Is it a pyramid? Nice. So it's hard to you know, like make the enemy progression super smooth if your character upgrades are really crunchy like that. But I don't know, I feel like there's maybe a little bit better way that it could have been done. Like, there's definitely shit where I like stepped on a spike trap and died instantly, and I was like, you know, kind of pissed off about that. And then, you know, like meanwhile I can like faceplant a bunch of times in the middle of a group of enemies and it won't do anything to me. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit weirdly balanced. I think it's definitely got some issues, but it's also hella fun, particularly if you're into like the old school hack and slash games like Gauntlet. Might not be enough to keep your attention forever, but you know, it functions. It's fun, and for sure. What else would I say? Oh yeah, they don't do a very good job of telling you what the fuck anything is. So like, I mean, yeah, you know, like there's nothing wrong with trial and error, but it's like stuff like they're telling me to like collect like these planks, and like aside from telling me that I can collect them and that like they're special or something, I have no clue what they do or why I would want them. You're supposed to collect these vendor coin items that give you reduced prices at vendors, which was, you know, great, except that they didn't really tell me what I was collecting these for until I already had about 3 of them. So I was kind of confused for a little bit, and then they go, oh yeah, these, you can collect vendor coins to decrease vendor prices, and I was like, well, you know, you should have told me that like 10 minutes ago. But yeah, I think it would be interesting to play a melee class too, because again, melee would be very, very different compared to like this range class where I just backpedal. I mean, melee would just be backpedaling too, since enemies have to stop to hit you. But you know, that's it'd certainly make the game very different. Yeah, and you've got to pick up like every single penny in this game. Upgrades cost, you know, like hundreds and hundreds of coins, so you know you're picking up like 5 at a time, and that's great. Doesn't really make picking up loot feel very satisfying, since it costs so much to get an upgrade. I think again that this game could probably be made better if they made the upgrades you know, come more frequently, and they balance the game around that. Again, not that every game has to be World of Warcraft with, you know, shit every 5 minutes, but, you know, it keeps the player's attention, and that's never a bad thing. So yeah, I feel the RPG elements are a little bit lackluster. I think that it's, I mean, it's repetitive, but so is every hack and slash game. You know, you're just trolling this dungeon looking for monsters, so I don't know what else you expect. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I've got a few more Steam games that I picked up that I'll be playing through soon, so I'll probably be reviewing each of those as well. Letting you know how I feel about those. Why do I get the feeling there's some kind of trap in here? Nope, it's not. Okay, cool. Alright, great, awesome. Good job. Good job, team. Yeah. I'll find my way over there sooner or later. Yeah, decent game. I think it got like a 75% or something on Metacritic, which I think is probably pretty fair. Definitely has flaws. Really fun. Definitely has flaws all the same. Oh my god. What the hell is this guy? It's a higher level archer than I've ever seen. Anyway, that's probably about it for now. You guys can keep watching. I'm probably not going to be very vocal. I've got some really chill music on in the background. I just finished lifting. Did my overhead presses for today, so yeah, you know, just winding down right now. Getting some James in before I these things, they're the worst. Yeah, this is an example of things being a little bit broken. Like, you know, I can blink away an army of dudes, but then I face one of these guys, and like, they can really screw up your day. There was like a plant enemy earlier that like, whenever you get within like 30 feet of it, it'll just constantly throw vines at you. And there's not much you can do about that either, except like keep moving. And you know, it's fun. Obviously, I'm not saying it's too hard. Certainly, it's not that it's too hard. It's just that it's weird that you're mowing down, you know, hordes and hordes of enemies, and then you get tripped up by like this one guy with like this OP attack that does 10 times as much as everyone else. Oh, but I got poisons. Poison's the worst. I had to fight a boss. It was like a slug queen, and all she did was shoot poison novas everywhere. Like, pissing me off. Oh, well, here we go. Like, there's not even any point in getting away from the arrows, because they're just gonna do 1 damage. I've got this thing where whenever I combo now, I get my health back, so that makes that feel trivial. There I go, get my health back and all that. have a text. I am cool. Okay, well you guys have probably seen enough of this. You know, you get the idea. I will play until I see a vendor again. Oh jeez. And then I will, you know, just give you guys some idea of the system here. Yeah, well, there's an illusionary wall around here somewhere. Golden ticket. Got a golden ticket. Wah, wah, wah. That shit, jeez. See? That's an example of shit going wrong very suddenly. Yep, there you go. Great job, team. Sudden death. I'm not actually sure what happens when you run out of lives. Like, is it permadeath? I don't even know. It's not actually happened to me yet, so fingers crossed on that. Those fire traps are also annoying as hell. Because they, fire and poison just like tend to, you know, dot you forever afterwards. Oh. button I missed somewhere. Oh, look at that. Butts. Yeah, there we go. Free life. No keys. Back to this shit. Not sure what those red gems do either. Might be more cash? Really not clear to me. And look, dead end. Great job, everybody. This is what I died for. Although at least I have a bronze key now. Like, I don't even know how to get to that plank over there. Magical plank I'm supposed to collect. There we go. Secret area. Ah, this crap again. Fire is the worst. There goes half my health. So an illusory wall around here somewhere. So it's gotta be right here. No, they're usually on the top. It's down there. Still haven't figured out what's this thing's deal either. Nice! 3 prizes. Yep, this is the area that I want to go to. Oh, you know what though? It probably won't let me. Yeah. Alright, well, I will go down back to the area that I was in here. And so this gives you an idea of you know what we're looking at here. This is a damage vendor, so this is all my skills and my melee, or my basic attack. Vitality vendor basically just gives you health and mana. Combo vendor allows you to upgrade the combo, chain combo. I'm actually going to go ahead and get that. And then the defense vendor. Oh, here we go. Looks like a new skill for me. Defense vendor gives you dodge, armor, stuff like that. Not sure. I guess that's not actually my second skill, but it's probably a defense. It's a passive, probably. Automatically activated and all that. Anyway, yeah. So that's my impressions of Hammerwatch here. Do not mistake it for Hammer Fight, because Hammer Fight is an awful game that I would never recommend to anyone. But this game is pretty fun. Level 6. There we go. So yeah, until next time, have a good one.